Well, hello everyone. It is Tuesday. It is the Tuesday before Christmas. Can you guys believe it? Like the time is waiting for no one. Let me just first say that. Time is waiting for no one. So, let me just give you a couple of nuggets and I'm happy to be here with you guys first off. If things are not right, we're at the like I say this is the fourth quarter of the year. If things are not right in your life, meaning with people, with family, with whomever, make it right. We don't know going into 2024, we don't know what the year has for us. We have no clue what's before us in 2024. So I would say to you, make things right with people that you have failed or they may have failed you or just anything that's not right in your life. Do your best, put that first foot forward and make sure that your conscience is clear on making things right in your life because you know time is definitely not waiting for anyone. I have been to more funerals than I ever imagined or wanted to this year. And it's very sad to see. We don't know what the feeling that we're going to get when we, you know, see this person. And all you can do is remember, I just saw this person, they were smiling. I mean, we just had a conversation, and that's all you have left is that conversation, that last time, and you have to remember that. Or if it wasn't right, you have to remember that. Those are the things that will be with you from that point on. We don't want to live life with regrets. We want to make sure that everything in our power is right and we're at peace. And, me and my friends, we have been talking about this, I don't know, for months now. We're choosing peace because it's a lot of things going on out here, and a lot of people want to be in the rah rah situations. A lot of people want to razzle dazzle. A lot of people just, they don't want to do right. And that has nothing to do with us. So we have to make sure that we're responsible for us, right? We are responsible for us, and we have to make sure that everything when it comes to ourselves is right. Everything that comes to us, we are responsible for. So we have to make sure that's right. And that's all we can do. If they are not reciprocating it, if they are not okay with you trying to make the right step to make everything right, you've done all you can do. But that's what I just wanted to give you guys because I'm talking about this year is speeding by. Christmas is Monday. Are you guys ready? Because I'm not. I'm not ready for it to come yet. I mean, I just put up my decorations the week of Thanksgiving and it's already here. It's already gonna be time. Once Christmas comes, it's done. And then it's time to take all of this great stuff that you have put up down. And I was just talking about a week ago, I don't think I was ready and I wasn't happy with my outside. And look at it, it's already Christmas. So y'all, it's speeding by. I don't know what 2024 has for us, but the end of this year or this year has, seriously sped by. My birthday was just in April. I just turned 50. I'm going to be 51 in April next year. And it's going to go by like this. I can already see it. We're already in December. You can pretty much say we're in January right now. The time is going to go by. I'm going to be 51. Come on, y'all. What is happening? Anyway, let me get to my message. I had someone send me something, and I'm so happy because, I love speaking about what you want me to speak about. So if you have things that you want me to talk about with marriages, and if I can give any type of wisdom to it, I'm here for it. If I haven't gone through it myself, I will definitely research what we can talk about. Um, they asked me, how do you guys make your marriage just as awesome as your wedding? Because it seems like you guys have been um, like she said, it seems like you guys have been like, the way you were when you got married or when we first met you guys, it seems like you guys are still there. How do you maintain being there? And I thought, oh my God, I'm glad that you see that because, sometimes when you're a married couple, you don't feel that way all the time. And I thought that was so neat that she sent me that. So thank you for sending me that in my inbox that you wanted to kind of talk about that with me. How do you make your marriage just as awesome as your wedding? God, that was a good one. That's a good one. That you really thought that we made it just as good. We're making it look just like it did when we got married. That was deep for me, and I would say, like I always say every week, it's work. You have to get up and show up in your marriage every day like you show up at your job. You have to get up and you have to make the effort. You have to get up and be like, okay, so what am I do today? And what am I going to do special today for my husband? Or, if I see something out of space, out of place, and he might have been busy and he just threw it around, instead of me just saying, look at this fool. He has completely just thrown his stuff around. He don't even care. He has no regard for this house. He just threw this stuff around. No, sometimes you're just in a rush and things are just, you gotta go. And sometimes instead of you looking at it in a bad way, you have to just say, let me put that together. Let me put that back together for him and let me tidy up his side for him because he's been running. He's got a lot on his mind. He is, you know, he is the man's man of this house. Let me just straighten up his side room. That'll make his day when he come in and he see all his shoes straightened up because he know he had it. He was just trying to figure out what he was going to wear and he's just throwing stuff around. Let me put that together for him. Or let me put his dresser together for him because he just comes in and dumps receipts. Little things like that makes a difference. And it's just me trying to show up as his wife because I can't do a lot of things like him. I'm not capable of doing certain things that a man can do in a marriage. A man can show up and he can make it happen. You know, the wife sometimes, we be like, uh, but you know what you can do. You know what your husband like, and sometimes you just have to just get up and make it happen. And I try to do that. I try to show up for my husband just as much as I show up for anything else that I love to do. I make sure I show up for my husband. And it's a lot of things that he has to come back to me and say, and it might hurt your feelings. There's a lot of things that he can come back to me and say, well, babe, I feel like you could do this more to help me. Because they will tell you, because they'll get so frustrated sometimes that they have to just outright tell you, look, you're falling short on this. Don't take it the wrong way, but you're falling short on this. And I just, if you could, and you have to hear them. You don't just ignore it. You don't put it in your pocket, because, over the years, I have to be honest. I might put that thing in my pocket or I might sit it to the side and it is just what it is. You know what I'm saying? But I hear him more today than I did before because as the years go by, we're going into 29 years in 2024, 30 years in 2025. And this is not by mistake. This is not by incident or anything. This is because of the work that we put in. And we cannot just stop or we cannot just let it just be still. We have to get up, show up for each other daily. And it's not easy. Sometimes you just don't feel like it. Sometimes you just like, you know what? I just feel like being a bomb today. And sometimes I look at my husband and I'm like, where does he get the energy to do what he do for his family daily? He doesn't he don't have an off moment. There's never an off moment with my husband. He can be feeling some type of way. He can be dead tired. He can be beat down, but he get right back up and he do it again. He doesn't know that motivates me as his wife to look at him on a daily. He can say, you know what? I'm tired. I need an off day from everybody. He has yet to ever say that to us as a family. He has yet to say that to us as a family. I look at him every day, get up and show up for everybody that he has to show up for their houses, for their whatever he's doing, whatever he's working up. He gets up and he shows up for them. And then he comes home and he shows up for his family. Because that man will come in here and he will cook up a whole meal like you wouldn't believe. And then that's his, okay, now I can go and relax. Because that's his therapy. That might be his therapy for the day. That he loves to come home and create meals for his family after he has worked a long day. So me as his wife, I'm trying to figure out ways to make him relax. I'm always trying to figure out ways to make sure he's okay because I do know that he gets beat down mentally. And he does know that I get beat down mentally, and we try to show up for each other. So the answer to that question is, I never really thought about how we can make it as awesome as it was when we got married. But I do understand, I think I kind of understand what you're asking. You know, does it, how do you make it feel like you guys are still in love like you were in love when you got married? That is a blessing. That is a blessing. And we do, no, I don't feel, I remember the excitement of getting married. I remember when he asked me to marry him, where I was. It was this time of year, it was Christmas. I think it was, what was it, Christmas Eve or Christmas Day? He asked me to marry him. So this is like one of the anniversaries to when he asked me to marry him, right? And I remember being excited and the planning, oh my God, the planning of a wedding is the most exciting thing, right? And now bring it to 28 years later. Do you still feel that excited about your marriage? And I have to say, yes, I do. And my marriage is very special to me. I feel like I have arrived. I feel like I made it into this far with no template. It's amazing to me. It's amazing to me. Nobody taught me how to do this. I didn't look at anybody else's marriage and say, that's what I want and applied it to mine. No, this was just all of God's grace and mercy. And He has seen us all the way through until now, empty nesters. My kids are doing well. We're doing well. I don't take it for granted. Every day, I will say this. No, I don't feel like I felt back then when we got married, the excitement and all that thing. No, I have evolved into gratefulness. I have evolved into, oh my God, I'm amazed daily that we can still crave to be with each other as much as we do. And I'm just grateful and thankful for my marriage. I'm at a different point. I don't feel like my marriage is as good as my wedding was. I feel like my marriage is amazing now that we've made it this far. When I see other people, I just saw a couple that just celebrated 30 years and they're a wonderful couple too. And it's like, God, how do you how do you keep two totally different people together for so long? We're talking about that 30-year couple. I've watched them since they were in high school. They were in love since high school. Me and Fred were in love since college. So to to see or be in that, all you can do is say, God, oh God, we thank you. We thank you. I am at that point in my marriage. That's my only answer to your question. I am in complete gratefulness for where I am in my marriage, that we love each other still. It's genuine, it's real. I'm grateful. That's where I am. I can't relate to what it was back then. I do know the feeling when I see people get engaged and they're so excited. I can feel that excitement for them because, okay, then that takes me back to my wedding day or the excitement I felt when I got engaged to. That's when it takes me to that point. But where I am now, no, we're not there anymore. We have evolved into a whole nother realm. We're at a whole, we're in a whole other dimension now. We have gone through the fire and ice and everything else that comes with it. We have gone through all that and we made it. And we're still making it because there are more days like that. There are more days that are going to come where you're just like, Lord, now you're going to have to help me with him. And he's going to be like, Lord, you're going to help me with her. There are going to be more days. And because we've been in it so long, we just get in our own corners and until we can come together and make that thing right, we're going to be all right because we've been through it so many times. Like my friend said, that's passe. Whatever we just went through, that's passe. Let's move along. Next, right? So I appreciate your question. How do I make my marriage more awesome or as awesome as it was when I got on my wedding day? I'm not there anymore, sis. I'm not there anymore. I am in complete grateful and thankful at this point in my life for my marriage and everything that came with it, everything that made us grow. Those children made us grow. We learned how to be parents. Um, we did the best we could. Uh, and somehow those children made it through without being in a jail cell. They made it through, and still making it through. They've all graduated from high school, and they have um, got into their careers. Two of them have got into their careers. They've graduated from college and they've got into their careers. One is still in college as a senior. So there's nothing but I'm blessed. I'm thankful. I'm grateful. It's amazing to be in. If I sit here and I complain about anything because every day is not easy. It's not easy. We go through sometimes as a family, even with our children. But you know what? God has been good. He has been good to the saints. I have to say it, and I give him praise every day. I am in praise and worship pretty much all day of my life because I was just telling a friend she put up last night, and this has nothing to do with nothing, but talking about gratefulness, right? She put up, oh my God, I'm thankful that I have food, clothes, you know, roof over my head and things like this and that. And I read that after I had just came outside. I went outside to check my lights because our yard man was here yesterday, and I wanted to make sure that he didn't move any of our lights from how we have them pointing towards the house. So I went out there in a complete winter coat with my hat on, and I went out to check the lights. And the way the wind was whipping, I mean, it was cold. And my thought completely went towards people who are out here homeless, people who live outside. At this point, I was just outside for all of 6 minutes. And a complete winter coat and was like, oh my God, it's cold out here. And when I went to my door and walked in and that heat hit me, oh my God. I went into thank you. I'm closing my door and went into thank you, Jesus. Oh my God. Thank you for the warmth of my house. Thank you that I even have a house to walk in and the heat to hit me. I don't know what it is with me, but in all things, I give praise. And I immediately got on that. I immediately got in her inbox and I told her, girl, let me tell you something. That was a word to me because I had just came from outside and it was freezing out there. And my thought went to the homeless people. And then I started praying for the homeless people who are out here. And I started giving praise for the fact that I got a house to walk into that has heat. Let me tell y'all, if y'all are not at that point in y'all life where y'all giving God thanks for just the little things, you know, Christmas is coming up, and I know all of y'all are like, I can't wait to get the gifts and gifts and gifts and gifts. The gift is life, and that you're making it. That's the gift. That's the gift. Don't forget where you are, and if it's halfway decent, and you have everything that you need, you better make sure you praise Him. You better make sure you give Him praise because some ain't waking up, some don't have it. People are not, somebody ain't where you are. Somebody's trying to get where you are. And remember, when you're out here and you're looking at these influencers, that's another thing. When you're looking at these influencers, and like this lady said, she's just watching us. And thankfully, you can see the genuineness in us. And when you're watching these influencers, remember these influencers on Instagram and Facebook or whatever you call them, they are, that's a job. Now, some of them are living their life like that, but it is a job for them to show you greatness and to make it seem, some of them are making it seem like that's how they're living. So when I say marriage our way, however you create it, however you are living, and it's authentic, make it authentic for you. Make it authentic for you and how you create your marriage. Don't be out here, oh, I like how they're doing. I'm going to mimic ours just like theirs. Or I love how Fred and Alexia love. I want my love to be like them. That's all well and good. But I want you to make sure that whatever works for you and yours and it's working, capitalize off that. Be that. Don't be Fred and Alexia. Fred and Alexia can only be Fred and Alexia. And God made us the way that He made us. I can't I can't go out here and be like this person I see on Instagram. I can't be like this person that I see over here and I look at their marriage. It's all cute, it's all well and good, but what works for me and him is what works for me and him. And we have to walk in that. I can't be another woman. He can't be another man. We can't bring that in our house. We can only, God give us the strength to make sure that we are living the way you want us to, and that those vows that we set before you, that we can make them true and we can keep on and continue on in life. Okay? These influencers, they give you a little nuggets and a little bit of a template, but you don't want to follow their template because that's work. They get up every day and create content that is called content. It's not I'm not going to say it's not genuine. It is genuine, but that's according to the way that they live. And a lot of times you see this when you see it over and over through different couples. That's what it's doing. They're creating this content as couples to bring to you so you can then think that that's the way it's supposed to be in your life. That's it's work for them. That's them getting up, going to work, studying somebody else that did it, and then bringing it to you. So, again, don't follow what you see on somebody else. Don't follow what you see on somebody else. Make sure that whatever you have going on in your life and in your marriage, that's for you. And walk in that. Walk in that. We want to see the way you live genuinely, how you do it differently, because it's your way. It is your way. Everybody that I see, I am intrigued by different marriages, the way that I see them work. When I talk to people, and you can feel the genuineness in them, the wisdom that they can give you, you know when it's real. Some of them are just out here just hanging on by a string. You can tell that too. But when it's genuine, you know. And then you start following that person and you're like, I really like y'all as a couple. I really, the couples that I'm with, those are the couples that I admire, that I love, because we all are different. But when we bring it all together, we all mesh amazingly, as you can see, because we get a lot of people asking us, "Oh my God, you guys get along so well. I love your couple group." It was all God ordained, because it wasn't anything that we were looking for. We had friends and we have friends. We all have our different friends and everything everywhere. But when we do come together, we have the most amazing time as couples. And that's another thing that I'm grateful for, and I give God thanks to, because I get to be around dope, amazing couples that can speak into our lives. We can speak into theirs. We all bring something and we all hold each other accountable. When somebody sees somebody falling off, sis, come here, come here. We got to talk. Hey, let's activate. We got to get so and so. She's feeling like she's not doing too well today, and this is and that. We're on chats. We hold each other accountable. Everybody needs that in their lives. Okay? So I just wanted to bring that to you guys, that nugget that person put in my inbox. I appreciate you so much for asking me that. I want to go back again. She asked me, how do you make your marriage as awesome as your wedding was? And my answer to that was, I'm not at that place anymore. I thank you that you think that my marriage is uh, you're looking at my marriage like I had, like the way that I was when I got married back in the day. But I'm telling you, as a person, we're not there anymore. We have evolved into thankful and grateful for where we are and how we're elevating as a couple. We are getting better with time, and we're so grateful and thankful for it. So we're in a whole different realm at this point, and we are so blessed to be where we are. And God is good. God has been very, very good to us. No matter what it looks like, no matter what it feels like on certain days, God has been good to us. So I'm going to leave you guys with that. Listen, have an amazing Christmas. Don't put your everything into the gifts. Be thankful for what whomever gives you. Be thankful, be grateful, because the fact that they thought about you is the blessing. The blessing is they came with something to bring you joy, and they thought about you. So be happy with that. Don't, I can't believe they gave me this mess. Why would you give me this mess? The fact that the person thought about you should be the blessing. I want you guys to enjoy the rest of this season, because God has been good to a lot of us. I see it. I watch you guys. He has been good to us, and that is the gift. I'm coming up on my mom's third year. She passed away on the 22nd. You guys pray for me, pray for me, pray for me, because I'm going into that and I'm starting to feel a certain way, but I'm fighting my way through. So please send your prayers. I truly need them. I cannot believe 3 years have gone by. I'm grateful that I still have my mind. I am still enjoying life. I'm blessed. her grandkids are doing well, and it's not more that I can ask for. But you guys, please, please be safe. Have an amazing Christmas. And I will see you after Christmas. All right. Hopefully, you guys have heard that we are having a day party on the 30th of December. It's a pre New Year's Eve, pre New Year's Eve day party. So look out for that on my uh, Facebook pages and my Instagram page, as well as my TikTok page for information. It's on the 30th, you guys. That's before New Year's Eve. It's on the 30th, and it's going to be a day party. So check us out for that. Get your tickets so you will be in the house because it's going to be amazing fun. We're going to have amazing DJs. It's going to be great. All right. So I love you guys. Have a Merry Christmas. And I will see you before the New Year. So I'm not going to say Happy New Year. I will see you before the New Year so you have an amazing Christmas. Love you guys.